All right, folks, welcome back. It's game 2 of our all-star doubleheader. Thank you for tuning in earlier today as the South beat the North 5-4 in 10 innings. Albert Pujols with a pinch-hit home run in the 10th off Josh Hader was the difference. Pujols, the MVP. The South will advance to tomorrow's championship game versus the winner tonight, East versus West. We've got Mike Mussina versus Sandy Koufax. We'll get you the starting lineups here shortly. Just want to remind everyone that these games have been simulated using this bad boy right here. That's a Mets logo because I'm a Mets fan. I'm having 3 more of these made. One is going to commemorate the Atlanta Braves back-to-back championships. One is going to commemorate this year's champions, so we haven't started production on that yet. And then I'm working on possibly getting one with our Utopian Baseball Universe logo. So thank you, John Boyd. Check out Board Ninjas Woodworking website or Facebook group and order yours today. I use this quite often, actually. There we go. My good friend John Boyd. So that's how we simulate these games, these all-star games. We've got the East versus West tonight. If you're planning on staying for the whole broadcast, I think the first game was about 55 minutes or so. So starting lineups here for the East. Leading off is the second baseman representing the Philadelphia Phillies, Chase Utley. Batting second in center field representing the New York Yankees, Joe DiMaggio. Batting third in left field from the Boston Red Sox, Ted Williams. Batting fourth and catching from the New York Mets, Mike Piazza. Batting fifth in right field tonight, representing the Montreal Expos, Andre Dawson. Batting sixth, the shortstop from the Baltimore Orioles, Cal Ripken Jr. Batting seventh, the first baseman representing the New York Yankees, Lou Gehrig. Batting eighth is the third baseman representing the New York Mets, David Wright. And pitching for the East and batting ninth from the Baltimore Orioles, Mike Mussina. That's the East Division. Here's what the West will look like. Leading off is the second baseman from the Oakland A's, having a fantastic rookie year, Cupid Childs. Batting second in left field tonight from the Los Angeles Angels, Mike Trout. Batting third in center field representing the Seattle Mariners, Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fourth at first base from the Oakland A's, Jimmy Fox. Second in the league in hitting, Jimmy Fox. Batting fifth is the catcher from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Roy Campanella. Batting sixth at third base, representing the Seattle Mariners, Edgar Martinez. Batting seventh is the universe leader in batting average at the break from the San Diego Padres, right fielder, Tony Gwynn. Batting eighth is the shortstop from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Corey Seager. And pitching and batting ninth, also from the Dodgers, the left-hander, Sandy Koufax. East versus West. Winner will host tomorrow night's finale against the South. That'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So let's get underway here, folks. Again, we simulated these games last night. I've got all the notes right here. I apologize in advance if I do make any mistakes or hesitations because it's hard to read this because each team is using like 6 or 7 pitchers. There's a lot of notes, a lot of crossouts. Maybe I'll post pictures of these later tonight. Also tonight at 10 o'clock Central, it's the Utopian All-Nighter. I'll be going for at least 60 minutes, maybe 2 days. We're going to talk about what happened today in the All-Star game, maybe recap last night's home run derby, preview of Sunday's finale. We'll probably take a look at the standings again, the second half kickoff, which is Monday. We're just going to talk baseball. I've got an ongoing bet with Lee Jeffcoat on the Braves' next 12 games versus winning teams. They're 3-2. I said they were going to win 5 or less. So they're playing tonight at 6:20, so we'll maybe recap that as well. Last I checked, I think the Mets were winning 3-2 today. Brewers are up big. If anyone wants to give me Mets updates, I'd appreciate it. So let's take you out to Petco Park for East versus West. Sandy Koufax on the bump for the Dodgers. Again, we're going to use a quick pitch process here. We're not going to update every pitch, just every at-bat. Stepping in to lead off for the East is second baseman Chase Utley. Utley looking at a 3-1 count from Koufax, draws a walk to get things underway. So Utley at first, nobody out. And here's the center fielder, Joe DiMaggio from the New York Yankees. Looking at a 1-0 pitch. The pitch to DiMaggio is actually hit to deep left field. Mike Trout's going to look up, and that's going to get way out of here for Joe DiMaggio with a 2-run homer. The East not wasting any time today. Oh, all right. Live TV. All right. East up 2-0 on a Joe DiMaggio 2-run homer. And just like that, the East leads it 2-0 here in the top of the first. Still nobody out. Koufax doesn't seem rattled. I mean, this has happened before. He'll probably settle down. The next batter is Ted Williams. And Ted Williams draws a walk. So Williams is on base. The first 3 men have reached for the East. It's 2-0 East. Mike Piazza, the batter. Piazza looking at a 1-1 count here. Hits a deep fly ball to center field. But Ken Griffey Jr. camps under it and makes the play 1 away here in the first. That's going to bring up Andre Dawson, the right fielder. Starting right fielder for the East. Koufax has him down 1-2. The pitch, strike 3 swinging. 2 outs now for the East as Cal Ripken steps in, getting the start at shortstop tonight for the Orioles. 2-2 pitch to Ripken is lifted to left field, but that's going to be playable. For Mike Trout, a can of corn ends the inning. But the East strike first. 2-run homer by Joe DiMaggio. It's the East 0 and the West coming up. All right, Mike Mussina starting for the East tonight, having a fantastic year. Looks in at his catcher. Mike Piazza, Cupid Childs, front runner for Rookie of the Year in the universe, having a monster year for the A's. Childs swings at a 1-1 pitch and bounces to third, throws over to first in time. Childs recorded 5-3 in your scorebooks. Here is the left fielder today, Mike Trout. Mike Trout versus Mike Mussina. 1-2 count to Trout. This ball is lifted to left field, but playable out there for Ted Williams, and he makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey Jr. and Mussina have faced each other many times in the past in Major League Baseball, getting an at-bat here in the All-Star game. 1-2 count to Griffey. That ball's lifted in the center. That's going to get down for a base hit. 2-out single for Griffey brings up Jimmy Fox. Jimmy Fox is hitting .337. He's just percentage points behind Tony Gwynn for second in the league in batting average. He's also top 5 in runs batted in. Had a monster 2020. Came back a little bit in 2021. The A's are right there in the playoff mix. Fox steps in versus Mussina, and he draws a 4-pitch walk. So we have 2 on after retiring the first 2 batters, 2 on and 2 out, and Roy Campanella, the batter. The Dodgers catcher steps in, and he promptly hits a fly ball into left field. That's going to be caught by Ted Williams to end the inning. We are through 1 here at Petco Park. The East leads the West 2-0 as we head to the second. Koufax day is done. He pitched 1 inning. He walked 2, gave up just the 1 hit, the homer to DiMaggio, struck out 1, but he's done. And now pitching for the West Division is going to be from the San Diego Padres, soft tossing Randy Jones. So going from the flame-throwing Koufax to Jones, hopefully throws the East off guard here as we enter the second. Lou Gehrig's going to lead off. And Jones looks into his catcher, Campanella. 2-2 pitch to Gehrig is on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Gehrig goes down swinging on strikes. One away here in the second. That's going to bring up David Wright. Won the fan vote to start at third base tonight by 1 vote over Mike Schmidt. So it really is important. Voting is important. I don't want this to be a political show, but voting is important. And I want you to do it here in the universe, and I want you to do it in November. David Wright steps up with 1 out here, and he promptly singles into right center field, a base hit. 1 on, 1 out for Wright. It looks like we're already going to see a pinch hitter for Mussina. So his day is done. 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed, no runs. Joe Carter from the Toronto Blue Jays stepping in with a man on first and 1 out. And Carter promptly grounds to short. They get 1, the relay in time. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. So we head to the bottom of the second, and the East still lead it 2-0 on that DiMaggio homer in the first. So the new pitcher for the East is going to be Ray Brown from the Washington Nationals. 9-3 on the year, having an amazing season, his second season in the Utopian. He's going to step in here in the second, facing Edgar Martinez, who lifts a fly ball into right field, and that's going to be caught easily out there by Andre Dawson, 1 away. That brings up the universe leader in batting average, Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn hitting .337 for the Padres. With 1 out here in the second, a 1-1 pitch is lifted to center field. Playable for DiMaggio, and he makes the play. 2 up, 2 down here in the second for the West. It's going to bring up Corey Seager, having a nice year for the Dodgers. He and Trevor Story are the shortstops for this West Division. Seager looking at a 2-2 count. And the pitch to Seager is driven into right field. That's going to get down for a 2-out single. So we have a man on first and 2 outs. And we're going to see another pinch hitter here. So Jones only went 1 inning. Pinch batter here is going to be Troy Gloss, the Los Angeles Angels third baseman. Pinch hitting here facing Ray Brown, and Gloss hits a fly ball to left field. That looks like that's going to be caught out there by Ted Williams, and that'll end the second. So as we head to the third inning, the East still leads it 2-0. All right, now pitching for the West. Maybe you've heard of this guy. His name is Shohei Ohtani. Threw a no-hitter against the Seattle Mariners about 2 weeks ago. Ohtani now pitching for the West in the third inning. It's going to face the leadoff batter, Chase Utley, who walked and scored in the first. And Utley hits one into the gap in right field. That's going to be extra bases. Chase Utley is going to have a standing double to lead off the third. So leadoff double for Utley. Joe DiMaggio, the batter. He has accounted for both runs in this game, a 2-run homer in the first. And DiMaggio swings and misses at strike 3, 1 out here in the third. Ohtani versus DiMaggio. Again, this is what the Utopian Baseball universe is all about. Yes, we are a baseball community. We love celebrating the game that we all love, but it's matchups like this that I had in mind when I created this and start launching it for you guys in 2020. So Ohtani strikes out DiMaggio. Ted Williams, the batter. And Williams is aggressive, swings at the first pitch, and it's lined to Jimmy Fox at first, 2 away. 2 outs and a man on second. Utley at second. Mike Piazza, the batter. 0 for 1, flew out to center in the first inning, and he hits a fly ball to left field. But that's going to be playable for Mike Trout, and he makes the play. Inning over, leadoff double stranded. At the end of 2.5, it's the East 2 and the West nothing. Ray Brown entering his second inning of work, representing the Nationals here. Leadoff batter is going to be Cupid Childs, and he promptly grounds to short. That's going to be an easy play. 6-3 in your scorebooks. Childs now 0 for 2 on the day. Mike Trout, the batter, he flew out to left. And Trout bounces to short. Another 6-3 put out. Ripken to Gehrig, 2 away. The irony there, huh? Gehrig and Ripken sharing the field tonight and connecting on the first 2 outs here in the third. That brings up Ken Griffey Jr. He singled in the first. Griffey Jr. facing Ray Brown. He bounces to first base. Gehrig's going to take that himself. And Ray Brown, 2 scoreless innings, gave up 1 hit, retired 6 of the 7 batters he faced. We head to the 4th inning here in San Diego. The East leads it 2-0. All right, quick break here. I'm going to take a little sip of a beverage. This is not a sponsor by any means, but again, if Mountain Dew Zero Sugar wants to send me free product, I can't and won't turn it away. All right. So before we head back to the ballpark, just want to remind you guys that tonight on the Utopian All-Nighter, we're going to be giving away, and I don't like to swear here on the show, but we're going to be giving away a shit ton of baseball cards. I bought 10 of these packs last night. We're not giving away the packs full. We're not giving away full packs. I'm going to be opening these. We're going to be doing card breaks tonight, and basically, if you see a card you like, it's yours if you buy a T-shirt. Is that a dick move? I don't know. But, I want to give you guys incentive to buy shirts. So if you guys see cards you like tonight, the shirts are $20. I've got small all the way up to 5X. And as incentive, if you buy shirts tonight, you guys are getting cards. I'm not giving away all the cards. I got to keep some of those for Daddy. But I'm giving away probably, at least half of the cards tonight, I would say. Whatever you guys want. I'm going to, if it's a card I love, I'll preface it by saying this one stays in-house. If I get a Rob Deere tonight, if I get a Frankie V, but most of the cards we're going to give away. I've also got some Brewer cards that I might be giving away tonight as well. All right, top of the 4th inning. East leading at 2-0. And Shohei Ohtani is going to pitch another inning here in the 4th. And the leadoff batter is Andre Dawson. And Dawson is going to bounce to third. Martinez fires over to Fox, 1 away. Next batter here is Cal Ripken, who's 0 for 1. Cal Ripken facing Shohei Ohtani. Again, another dream matchup that we'd all love to see. We get to see it here in the Utopian Baseball universe. And Ripken bounces to short, and Seager throws over to Fox, 2 away. So very quickly, 2 up and 2 down. Ohtani gave up a leadoff double last inning, and he's now retired the last 5 batters he's faced. Ohtani now facing Lou Gehrig, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Gehrig, 1-1 pitch, hits this ball high and deep to right field. This one's got a chance, folks, and that is out of here. Lou Gehrig with a solo homer here in the 4th puts the East up 3-0. Lou Gehrig with a solo homer. That's the 2nd homer that a Yankee has hit today. This one off Shohei Ohtani, and the East now leads at 3-0. David Wright, the batter, with 2 outs here in the 4th. East lead at 3-0. Wright bounces to his contemporary, Edgar Martinez at third. Easy throw it over to first in time. East adds 1 on the solo homer by Lou Gehrig. It's 3-0 East as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Fourth. All right, new pitcher for the East, Jeff Reardon. Jeff Reardon now pitching for the East, the closer for the Montreal Expos. He's going to face Fox, Campanella, and Edgar Martinez. Fox drew a walk in the 1st. and he promptly lines a base hit to center to lead off the inning for the West. East leads it 3-0. You're watching the East-West All-Star Game here on the Utopian Baseball Universe Network. Essentially, if you want to break it down, you're watching a 46-year-old man recite dice results. And that's on you. I always say that's on you. You're making that choice. Nobody's twisting your arm. 1 on, nobody out for Roy Campanella, and he draws a 4-pitch walk. So the West threatening here in the 4th. They're trailing by 3. They've got 2 on with nobody out. Jeff Reardon on the bump facing Edgar Martinez, who hits a high fly ball to center field. But that one's going to be caught by Joe DiMaggio, 1 away. Tony Gwynn, the batter. We've mentioned he's the leader right now in batting average at .337. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center. 2 on, 1 out here, and he hits a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be caught by Ted Williams. A little bit of a San Diego connection there. Ted Williams being from San Diego. So 2 on, 2 out for Corey Seager, who's 1 for 1 today. 2-2 pitch from Reardon is swung on and missed, strike 3. Jeff Reardon gets out of a jam. The East still leads at 3-0 as we head to the 5th inning here in San Diego. The winner of tonight's game will host the South Division tomorrow at 5 o'clock. South versus the winning division will host these festivities next year. We did opening day from Dodger Stadium in year 1. We were at Fenway Park last year and San Diego this year. So the winning division is going to host next year. We'll announce dates and all the information as we get closer to next year. But I want to take this time real quick to congratulate Monty Irvin, who won last night's home run derby. He beat Duke Snyder in the finals, the second time in 3 years that Duke Snyder has lost in the final round. Willie Stargell beat him last year, or 2 years ago. And then last year, Jose Batista beat Billy Williams. So Monty Irvin of the Durham Bulls, this year's home run derby champion. Congratulations to Monty Irvin. And want to say hi. They're not in this group as we speak, but I wanted to say hi to my Aunt Joy and my cousin Melanie, who lost. My Uncle Jeff passed away last night. So Joy and Jeff were married 25 years. Melanie, I believe, is 23. So we'll see you guys very soon. Uncle Jeff and I, we don't really talk a lot, but he is a part of a lot of great moments from my past that I shared last night. So still kind of processing all that. He was a young man, not too much older than I was, 60. And we lost him way too soon last night. And we were dedicating this entire weekend to the memory of my Uncle Jeff. So, all right, we head to the 5th inning here. East leads it 3-0 over the West. And let's see here. We've got a new pitcher. Ohtani went 2, gave up 1. Brian Wilson from the Giants now pitching for the West as the West trails 3-0. And then leading off here is going to be a pinch hitter. This is going to be Willie Keeler from the Baltimore Orioles. And Keeler draws a walk on a 3-1 fastball. So Wilson misses on a fastball. Man on first, nobody out. Chase Utley, the batter, he walked and scored in the first. He doubled in the third. And this one is hit high and deep to right field. This has got a chance, folks. And that one's going to be off the wall. Keeler is digging around third. He's going to score. Utley slides into third. He's got an RBI triple. So Chase Utley has doubled and tripled in this game. East now leads it 4-0 here in the 5th. Man on third. Nobody out. And Joe DiMaggio, the batter. DiMaggio homered in the first. Struck out in the third. 2-2 pitch to DiMaggio was hit to deep left field. Has he done it again, folks? Joe DiMaggio with a 2-run homer. And the East leads this one 6-0 on the second 2-run homer of the game by Joe DiMaggio. 6-0 East. Wow. All right, still nobody out here. Three runs have scored. RBI triple by Utley, 2-run homer by DiMaggio. Wilson looks a little bit rattled. The next batter is Ted Williams, and Ted Williams hits one deep to right field. This one is going to get off the wall. He's digging around second. He's going to try for third, and the throw, he is safe. Another triple for the East here in the fifth. And the first 4 men have reached on a walk, a triple, a homer, and a triple. And Tommy Lasorda is going to pull Brian Wilson here after just 4 batters. 3 hits allowed, 1 walk. And that's it for Brian Wilson, as they're going to call upon Francisco Rodriguez to try to stop the bleeding. It's 6-0 East here in the 5th inning. And man on third, Mike Piazza, the batter. K-Rod looks in, and he gets Piazza on strikes. So 1 away here. Andre Dawson, the batter. He's 0 for 2. Dawson looks like he draws a walk. So we have first and third. 1 out for Cal Ripken, who's 0 for 2. Ripken looks at a 2-2 pitch, and that is just outside. So full count to Ripken. First and third, 1 out. And the pitch to Ripken is into the gap. That's going to score 1. Dawson's going to stop at third. Cal Ripken with an RBI double. It is now 7-0 East in what has become a laugher here. All 4 runs in this inning charged to Brian Wilson. Their second and third, still only 1 out. And Lou Gehrig, the batter, he can really blow this open. Gehrig swings at the first pitch he sees, and he lines it to Jimmy Fox, 2 away. So 2 outs, second and third. David Wright, the batter, and David Wright swings at strike 3. Inning over, 4 runs on 4 hits in the top of the 5th, and the East now leads it 7-0. All right, coming on now for the East is Tom Hankey, working with a 7-0 lead here in the 5th. We're going to see a pinch batter here. This is going to be Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson facing Tom Hankey, and Jackson hits a base hit up the middle. That's going to be a leadoff single for Reggie Jackson. And the next batter here is Cupid Childs, having, like I said, a monster year for the A's. He's 0 for 2 today, and he hits a fly ball to center field. That looks like it's going to be caught out there by DiMaggio. 1 away here in the 5th. East leads at 7-0. Mike Trout, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Flew out in the first, grounded out in the third. He looks at a 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be a swing, and the catcher hangs on, so that's going to be a strikeout. 2 outs here in the 5th. Reggie Jackson on first. Ken Griffey Jr., the batter, he's 1 for 2. Singled in the first, and he deposits a base hit into left field. So we have 2 on, 2 outs for Jimmy Fox. Jackson on second, Griffey on first. The pitch to Fox is hit to left field, and that's going to get down. They're going to hold Jackson at third. The bases are loaded. Jimmy Fox is 2 for 2 with a walk. Bases are loaded for Roy Campanella facing Tom Hankey with 2 outs here. 2-2 pitch to Campanella is hit high and deep to left field. That's got a chance to get out of here, folks, and that's going to be high off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are going to score. Here comes Fox, and that's going to be a 3-run double for Roy Campanella. It is now 7-3 on a 3-run double from Campanella. Most of this coming with 2 outs. Reggie Jackson led off with a single. We had 2 outs, and then we've had a single, and a double since then. So a 3-run double. Here's Edgar Martinez with Campy on second. The 2-1 to Martinez is hit into right field, and that's going to get down. They're going to try to score Campy. There's not going to be a throw. So Campanella scores. It is now 7-4 East, and just like that, it's a ball game again, folks. It was 3-0 entering this inning. Both teams have exploded for 4 runs here in the 5th. Brian Wilson didn't even retire a batter, giving up 4 runs. Tom Hankey was 1 out away from getting out of this clean. He's given up 4. And he's going to face Tony Gwynn here. But we do have guys warming up. Tony Gwynn is 0 for 2. Man on first, 2 outs. The pitch to Gwynn, and he hits a scorcher to Gehrig, and he makes the play. He's going to take that himself to end the inning. But the West matches the East and scores 4 runs in the 5th. And that's where we stand, folks. 7-4 East. 5th inning. Or actually, we head now to the 6th. So let's see here. We're going to see a new pitcher for the West. Just doing some math here. Okay, Rube Foster from the Colorado Rockies now pitching for the West. The East leads it 7-4. The winning team tonight will host the South tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Leading off, we're going to have a pinch batter here. This is going to be Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth made the roster on the fan vote. Ruth facing Rube Foster is going to hit a ground ball to second, and that's going to be converted into an out by Cupid Childs. 1 away. Here is Chase Utley, who's at a big game. Double, triple, RBI, 2 runs scored. Utley looks at a 1-1 pitch for a ball. 2-1 to Utley. The next delivery is bounced to second. Cupid Childs throws over to his Oakland teammate, Jimmy Fox, 2 away. So 2 outs here. Joe DiMaggio, the batter. DiMaggio has homered twice. He's driven in 4. The pitch to DiMaggio is hit fair down the left field line. That's going to be extra bases for DiMaggio. Last year's doubles champion in the universe has a double here in the All-Star game to add to his 2 homers. 10 extra base hits for DiMaggio, a 2-out double. That's going to bring up Ted Williams. Man on second, 2 outs, and Williams hits a bouncer up the middle. That's going to be knocked down by Seager, the shortstop. They're going to rule this an infield hit. DiMaggio at third. First and third, 2 outs for Mike Piazza. 2-2 count to Piazza, and the pitch is driven up the middle, a base hit. DiMaggio is going to score his 3rd run today. The East adds to their lead. It is now 8-4 here in the 6th inning on an RBI single by Mike Piazza with 2 outs here. Next batter is Andre Dawson. He's 0 for 2, and he hits a fly ball to center field, but that's going to be an easy play for Ken Griffey. Side retired. The East adds 1. They lead it 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going to see a new pitcher here for the East, Urban Shocker from the Baltimore Orioles. Entered the rotation midway through the first half of the season. He's compiled a 7-2 record. He's got an ERA of under 2.6. He's going to pitch here for the East facing Corey Seager. We're going to see a pinch batter for Foster and then Cupid Childs. So Seager is 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. 2-2 pitch, and that's a strike 3. Second time that Corey Seager has struck out in this game, 1 away. Pinch batter here is going to be Trevor Story, representing the Colorado Rockies, facing Urban Shocker, and he hits a fly ball to left field, but that's going to be playable out there for Teddy Ballgame. and he makes the play. 2 up and 2 down. Cupid Childs, the second baseman for the A's, he's 0 for 3. Bounced to third, bounced to short, flew out to center field. The 0-1 delivery is hit deep to left field, and this has got a chance to get out, and that is gone for Cupid Childs to make it 8-5. So the solo homer by Childs makes it 8-5. That's going to bring up Ken Griffey, 2 for 3 on the day. Singled and scored in the 5th. 2-2 pitch to Griffey. Swings and misses, strike 3. Inning over. The West adds 1. 8-5 after 6. So the East led it 3-0 after 4. And they scored 4 in the 5th. The West matched it. East scored 1 in the 6th. The West matched that. And that's where we stand, folks. 8-5 as we head to the 7th inning. And let's see. We're going to see a new pitcher for the West. It's going to be Trevor Hoffman getting a home ovation here as these games are being played in San Diego this year. He's going to face Cal Ripken Jr. to lead off the 7th. Griffey's 1 for 3 with a double. He steps in. 1-1 count. Fly ball into left field. Can of corn for Mike Trout. 1 away. Here's Lou Gehrig. Struck out, homered, and lined to first. 2-2 pitch to Gehrig is bounced to second. Easy play for Childs. He flips to Fox, 2 away. And that's going to bring up David Wright. Trevor Hoffman, 2 up and 2 down. Wright has singled, bounced to third, and struck out. The 1-2 to Wright is a strike. Another strikeout for David Wright. Second time he's gone down on strikes. Stretch time here in San Diego, which means I'm going to take a little sip of my Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Again, not an official sponsor, but if people want to drop product on my porch, I'm not going to turn it away. I also like Cash and any type of Kit Kat, any type of Dorito. Not a big fan of that salsa verde. It's a little too hot for me, but I love the poppin' jalapeno and the old taco ones. All right, folks, bottom of the 7th here. Urban Shock are going to pitch a second inning representing the Orioles. The leadoff batter is going to be Jimmy Fox. Fox has reached base all 3 times tonight. He's got 2 singles and a walk. He scored in the 5th. And he hits a line drive to short. That's caught by Cal Ripken. 1 away. Roy Campanella, the batter. 1 for 2 with a walk. He had that big 3-run double in the 5th. And he looks at strike 3. So second out here in the 7th. That's going to bring up Edgar Martinez. 1 for 3. 3-0 count here to Martinez. He looks at ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Martinez. Tony Gwynn, the batter. Hometown hero. He's 0 for 3, and he rips a base hit to left field. Martinez actually going to try for third, and he's going to make it in there. So aggressive running. It must have been a hit and run. First and third now, 2 outs for Corey Seager. And he bounces to second, and that's going to end the inning, folks. So the West threatens here in the 7th, but fail to score. We head to the 8th inning. It's the East 8 and the West 5. All right, well, Trevor Hoffman's going to pitch another inning. He had a relatively quick 7th inning, only 9 pitches. So here in the 8th inning, we're going to see a pinch batter. This is going to be Turkey Stearns representing the New York Mets. Turkey Stearns facing Trevor Hoffman. He hits a bouncer to second. Should be an easy play, 1 away. Here's the leadoff batter, Chase Utley. 2 hits today, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Utley hits a fly ball to center. Very playable out there for Griffey Jr., and he makes the play. 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. And here's Joe DiMaggio having just a monster day. 2 2-run homers. He doubled and scored in the 6th. He's got 4 RBIs on the day, and he hits a line drive, and that's going to be caught by Corey Seager. Trevor Hoffman retires all 6 batters he faces tonight. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's the East 8 and the West 5. All right, new pitcher here for the East. This is going to be Dave Stieb. I can't tell you how many times in my childhood I pretended to be Stieb throwing against the Dean School building when I was a kid. I loved being Stieb and Teddy Higuera, John Tudor, Dave Stewart, all those guys. So Steve pitching for the East here in the 8th. We are going to see a pinch batter here. This is going to be Dave Winfield getting a nice reception from the home San Diego crowd. Winfield facing Steve, 1-1 count, fly ball center field. DiMaggio makes the play, 1 away. Leadoff batter's Cupid Childs. He hit that home run in the 6th. He's 1 for 4, and he's going to strike out here. So Steve gets Childs in a curveball, two up and 2 down. And Mike Trout, the batter. Relatively quiet night. He's 1 for 4. He singled his last time. Trout facing Steve. And he hits a fly ball to left field, but that's going to stay in the ballpark. And Ted Williams squeezes it. Inning over. We head to the 9th. The East lead this one 8-5. All right, we're going to see a new pitcher for the West. This is going to be Dennis Eckersley. Going to try to hold the East here so they have a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Leadoff batter is going to be Ted Williams. Ted Williams promptly hits a fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught out there by Gwynn. So they flew to each other, it looks like, tonight. 1 away here in the 9th. Mike Piazza, the batter. RBI single as last time. He's going to hit one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Piazza digging for second. He's in with his second hit of the day, a 1-out double. That's going to bring up Andre Dawson. Dawson is 0 for 3 with a walk. And Dawson hits a bouncer to third. They look back Piazza, the throw to first in time. 2 away. Dennis Eckersley now facing Cal Ripken. 2-2 pitch to Ripken. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The East needs 3 outs. They're bringing in Mariano Rivera to get the last 3 outs. Bottom of the 9th, leading off, Ken Griffey Jr. 2-2 count to Griffey. The pitch is lined to second and caught by Chase Utley, 1 away. That's going to bring up Jimmy Fox. He's got 2 hits today. He walked. He scored a run. And Fox is going to have himself his 3rd base hit. Line drive to left field. So 1 on, 1 out here in the 9th. Mariano Rivera facing Roy Campanella, who had that big 3-run double in the 5th. Full count to Campy. And the pitch is bounced to third. It's going to be a tough play. They make the sure out at first. So Fox is going to advance to second. So there's 2 outs and a man on second. And Edgar Martinez, the batter for the Mariners, the last chance for the West here, facing Mariano Rivera. 3-2 count, and the pitch is hit high and deep to left field. Ted Williams is going to have a play, and he makes the play. The ball game is over. The East hang on to win it. 8-5 is your final. So tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, we'll have the South versus the East. Tonight on Utopian All-Nighter, we'll announce the starting lineups and the starting pitcher for that game tomorrow. Winning division will host the festivities next year. We just got word that the MVP tonight is Joe DiMaggio, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. He doubled. He scored 3 runs. He just did everything tonight for the East. Winning pitcher Mike Mussina. Sandy Koufax takes the loss. Mariano Rivera with the save. 4 homers hit in this game, 2 by DiMaggio, 1 by Gehrig, 1 by Childs. Once again, the final, the East 8 and the West 5. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock for the Utopian All-Nighter.